Gateway. Even as mundane a behavior as watching TV may be a way for some people to escape painful self-awareness through distraction. To test this idea, Sofia Moskalenko and Stephen Heine gave participants false feedback about their test performance and then seated each one in front of a TV set to watch a video as the next part of the study. When the video came on, showing nature scenes with a musical soundtrack, the experimenter exclaimed that this was the wrong video and went supposedly to get the correct one, leaving the participant alone as the video played. The participants who had received failure feedback watched the video much longer than those who thought they had succeeded. The researchers concluded that distraction through television viewing can effectively relieve the discomfort associated with painful failures or mismatches between the self and self-guides. In contrast, successful participants had little wish to be distracted from their self-related thoughts. Exercise 1. Thoughts are not all that doubt is capable of provoking. Doubt causes you to focus on physical evidence that reinforces your skepticism. For example, suppose you have what you think is a clever idea for an invention. As you think about the invention, your idea grows. As your idea grows, doubt might counteract it. You might feel skeptical. If at this point you do not shrug off the negative communication and take action on your goal, then your skepticism will increase and you will reject the idea. As you become more cynical, you will bring into focus evidence that reinforces the doubtful message. This process feeds the bad wolf. You might actually see a similar invention on the market that would convince you that you are wasting your time. Somebody already created my idea. You might also read an article in a magazine that indicates it is very difficult to market a new idea. Soon afterward, you release the notion of an invention. Doubt has won the tug-of-war. Exercise 2. All athletes can recall winning a big game or beating a tough opponent. Athletes also inevitably experience setbacks and failures. Both successful and failing experiences offer feedback that can either help or hurt athletes' confidence. Optimistic and pessimistic athletes differ greatly in the kinds of feedback they more readily accept. Athletes who have an optimistic mindset are attuned to confidence-building feedback and are able to minimize negative feedback that might hurt their confidence. Optimists recognize and accept the positive feedback as confirmation of their ability and their belief in that ability. In response to failure, optimistic athletes filter the feedback in a way that protects their confidence. Although they accept negative feedback associated with failure, they turn the information into lessons they can use to achieve future success. This way of accepting apparently negative feedback actually increases their confidence because, with this new knowledge, they have a better chance of succeeding in the future. Exercise 3. The law of detachment is an invitation to let go of our desires, wishes, and dreams. It's not that we don't want the desired outcome, but detachment allows the desire to stand on its own 2 feet. This law serves as a reminder that we are co-creators in the universe of our lives, but not codependent on it. Detachment means to let go of the emotions that align with our desires, fear and anger, if our desires go unfulfilled. The law of detachment is one of the hardest laws to honor because we often place our security in those things we keep near us. Implied in the law of detachment is the concept of trust. When we let go of thoughts, wishes, and desires, we are trusting that whatever the outcome, it is in our best interest. So if we apply for a job, intention, and we don't get it, we must realize that at a higher level of consciousness, this was in our best interest. Those things in our best interest will come back to us as intended. Exercise 4. The mechanisms by which occupational stress is associated with sleep disturbance are not exactly known. An explanation could be that some people may have difficulties switching off from work-related issues and therefore still have all kinds of thoughts about work at bedtime. This may be particularly true when people are experiencing difficulties or are having problems and conflicts at work, which are typically associated with stressful conditions. In those situations, people cannot ban the thoughts about these problems from their mind, a situation which in the clinical literature is called ruminating. These thoughts are intrinsically generated and unavoidable, i.e., people cannot stop them. Ruminating might be a strategy whereby people are trying to solve the problem. That is, continuously thinking of the problem might be seen as an attempt to simulate all kinds of alternative solutions. However, it is a strategy that may have negative effects on sleep and recovery.